welcome back to our Citizens Crime Watch podcast. I am Joe Bermudez, and I am so happy to be joined by our executive director, Vivian Havlin. Hi, Viv.
Hello, thank you.
How you doing?
That's such a great introduction.
Thank you.
Coming from you.
It's the best. But so happy to be back, and we're starting off our new our podcast. We have a good slate of guests coming up in the next few months. But how was your holidays? It was good?
My holidays were great.
Awesome.
But let's go back to doing a little introduction on you.
Me? Well,
yes.
What's so
well, everything is special about
exactly.
him. Okay?
So
the new thing is you've been here in our podcast as a host before, but also giving us tons of information when it comes to crime prevention. The difference is that now
I am happy and excited to announce that about 7 months ago I retired from the Miami-Dade Police Department, and I am now here full-time at Citizens Crime Watch with my new family.
Yes.
Hashtag new chapter in life. So I'm happy to be here, and I've taken on
officially the host of.
Now, yes, it's one of my duties as a program director here at Citizen Crime Watch, and now the official host of the Citizens Crime Watch podcast. So.
Let's not discuss all the other tasks and duties that you have.
I love them all. I love them all. So, but it's great. It's a great new challenge for me, and I'm really excited to be here, and I'm excited to work and continue our relationship and take it to the next level after 20 years together.
I'm all about taking it to the next level.
There you go. That's
Do I
always
have
good.
You frustrated with that or not?
No, we're good. We're
We're
good.
I know that I was harassing you for a year before your retirement to try to bring you on board. So thank you so much for coming on with us.
I'm honored and truly I'm blessed to have had you chasing me around and giving me this opportunity to come out here and continue doing what I love to do, which is number one, dealing with the community.
Yes.
And number two, educating on crime prevention. My two loves. So
yes.
I'm really excited to do this here now. So this podcast that we have here that we're kicking off our new season with. We thought it'd be cool to do gadgets and gizmos, crime prevention gadgets and gizmos, because we always run across something. I know when I'm here, I go to conferences, or sometimes you get stuff in the mail, or some of us that like to be on Amazon all day long.
That someone would be me.
So we come across little gadgets and gizmos that would be good ideal things for crime prevention and personal safety. So we thought we'd take some time today and share some of the stuff that we have, some of the little stuff that we picked up throughout the years.
And I love what we have, right? Because we cover a little bit of home, and then a little bit of personal safety. Also, like things that you could take along with you when traveling and things like that, or that you could leave behind to have your home safe and secure. So I think that it's gonna be a good mix of things that we could to show you guys.
You got it. You got
without endorsing anything.
Exactly. We don't endorse one individual product,
but we just want to show you cool products that we have run along the way that we think are cool and effective.
Very true. Very true. So I mean, we'll kick it off with you with some of your. Vivi is the personal safety queen, I'll call her. So she always likes to find little cool personal safety stuff, and we'll start off with some of your gadgets there, and we can move on to some of the other stuff we have.
Well, since you mentioned personal safety, I think I have to start with my favorite one, if I may.
Oh, yes. So there's a little bit of personal safety, a little bit of home safety / vacation safety.
So yes, he mentioned before conferences and stuff like that. In the world, I think, of crime prevention, we always have to keep up to date with everything that's new in the field and up to the newest information, so we could bring that back to the community. With that said, that means that I have to travel away by myself a lot to all these different conferences, and this little tool right here is something that I have taken with me, not only when I travel with my family, but especially when I'm in a hotel room by myself. I had you try it with me.
Yeah,
actually,
it was pretty cool. I was
we
impressed.
were trying to jam and open the door, and it's something that is super easy to install and very effective. So I start with that. This is just a I guess, an upgrade to a lock system that you will have in a hotel door or even at home, actually. I know for the hotel rooms I use this one, but if I'm at home and I have a different lock system at home, I use this one. But the way it will work is that you insert it to the hole that you have in the frame of the door, and then this little gadget here, as you guys see, could move up and down. You just put it here and let it rest. What happens is when the person from the outside is pushing the door is jamming in here and it's not going anywhere. It's getting stuck into this mechanism with the metal. And like I said, we were trying it like earlier
cool.
today.
It creates almost like a little door jam for you, and it's like you said, it's very easy and compatible. You were showing me it's compatible with most interior doors, and then the other side with most
the
hotel
other side
doors.
it'd be the same thing. You
Very
just, like I
interesting.
said, you just insert this into the frame of the door, and then you put your little gadget there. It just rests there throughout the night, and if somebody's just trying to push that door open, for what we try here in the office, it doesn't really go anywhere. So this is kind of my favorite.
And I love that it's compact. It's small. You can throw it in a bag, in a luggage. You can throw it in your purse.
Super.
So it's
it
very
comes with its own
little carrying case.
case.
Wow.
You just put it in here. It has their own instructions, but again, it's very self-explanatory. You just put it there. If I could get it in, right? Throw it in your purse. It's very small, like even in your purse or any carry-on suitcase or whatever size you have to travel with, and you just get to use it. And it does give me personally, as someone that has used it in the past, it does give me peace of mind. Again, especially like if I'm traveling alone.
No, that's great, and it's great because it's that. A lot of times when we talk about crime prevention is always auxiliary type locks. You know, you want to rely on the locking systems that your doors have or your hotel room doors, stuff like that. But this is a great auxiliary lock that you're basically controlling.
Yes.
You're not at the mercy of the electronics for the door, or you're not at the mercy of the keys for the hotel room. So, if master keys or anything like that, you're controlling your privacy there and your safety. So it's great.
I
really
first
cool.
ran into this because away for the holidays, our office are closed during the holidays, so that would take the cabin to rent Airbnb or like a cabin somewhere. I'm like so many people with like locks or like maybe keys or like or in the middle of the woods.
You don't know how many keys are
I was
floating
like,
out there.
I don't know that I want to be in the middle of the woods with my son and my husband. And it's something that I found then and I used it then, but now I get to use it more like when I'm on my own.
Pretty cool, very cool. So what else we got over there?
Let's keep it to the same idea.
Okay.
Again, I prefer this hands down, but this is also very handy. You just like a door stopper. You put it in, and they try to open the door. The door pushes this, and it releases like a very loud sound, like almost like an alarm that will wake you up and let you know that somebody's breaking in. The reason why I said I like this better is because, this one you're depending on a batteries, right? And if the battery is dead, but it's still a great, fantastic tool. It's very loud. It only takes one 9-volt battery, and it's used it also in the past, but it's very, very loud. But like I said, I hands down takes this all the time. But this is also very, very handy because, like I said, it does create a loud sound.
It's more of an alert
system. And
it's
not just to wake you up, but it also alerts those people around you that, hey, like, what's that noise or what's going on? So I like it for those purposes, that it's not only like alarming you that somebody's trying to get into your room or maybe even your house, but like others around you, because the sound is that loud, that it travels through.
But I'll tell you what, I think I'm agreeing with you. I think I like the smaller one better because the door is actually getting open at some point.
Yes, so the door
open.
has to get open in order for this to push down and then make that connection to make
that
loud sound.
I'm really liking the other one there because as we saw when we tested, when you were showing me, it's like the door doesn't open. It's shut. It didn't. Very cool, very cool.
So,
awesome.
But again, the difference between the two is that this would not only alarm you, but alarm others around you that something's going on. Maybe if you're in a hotel room, other people hear it, open the door to go to the hallway to see, hey, what's going on, and you got that additional like help of people seeing what's going on. But again, you're depending on having always like a working battery or having to travel with a spare battery and testing it before. But it is more like an alarm.
Very cool. Very neat.
That's what I have. Like, this is what I consider my little travel.
Your travel security.
My little travel security, right? That you could just throw somewhere and like take it with you.
So I see you got some different types of personal flashlights there. And,
yes. So, not endorsing either or. I have given this to. I have two beautiful nieces, already growing up in high school. Almost, oh my goodness, a senior next year, and then and one that's going into high school. But I have provided this for like my nieces, and it's very, very loud. I don't know. We should demonstrate how loud it is, like on camera. I don't know. My producer will be able to tell me whether we could or not. The only difference between these two items is like they're both for a keychain. Okay. You could put this like in your keychain, backpack, wherever, right? I like about this a lot is that if I'm walking at night, right, I could put this on my wrist and have it hanging, and if somebody's trying to take me or take my purse or whatever the case might be, or my keys for my car, this pin right here would automatically come out.
Let's go. Let's pull the pin. Pull the pin, as I say. Yeah, let's do it. Let's
for
show
listeners
just real quick.
Ears.
Yeah, just turn your mic down a little, or your speakers down a little bit, just for this, and then we can crank it back up.
Okay, so it's a really loud sound.
That is loud.
Again, with this being wrapped around your wrist, you just like pull on that, and I think you might get help because it travels. It's very, very loud, and people are gonna hear it. And again, it's that sound that would alert people something is going on, and maybe travel to that sound and be able to
it's
offer
definitely gonna get somebody's
assistance
attention
to you.
Definitely.
And so the only difference that I do want to mention, because this one you push here, and it has like a very light, not too bright. The only difference between these two products, and again, trying not to show brands here, hold on, is, or this way, is that with this one, this light turns on and it's continued to flash, and it's very, very bright.
So it's got like a strobe.
So now you have like not just the sound, but you also have the flashing light. And again, sorry for the noise, but you actually pull it and it's going off with the light.
Extended sound there.
We could edit that to make it a little bit shorter.
We'll make it fun. It's fun. It's fun.
But if you guys saw, sorry, let me cover again. If you guys saw, that light is continuing to like blink, and so if you're in a dark place, people might see like a light along with the sound. And again, it's a good way to get help like to you, because it's very loud sounds. But these are two little things that you could have, like I said, in your keychain or your purse or something like that. Anybody pulling on you or on the equipment, it would automatically come off, but you could actually pull it either from your wrist or like.
And I actually like, this is pretty cool. I like the fact that you can wear this on your wrist, and if you have to, you pull, drop it, and run.
Yes.
Which is something that we teach when we do our classes.
Yeah.
You know, that you wanna run when you have the opportunity. So that being able to stun someone with that sound by just dropping it and getting it away, you don't have to worry about something you're holding and stuff like that. It's a quick release. Cool.
Yeah, so these are two like little personal alarms, very loud, as you guys could tell. And like I said, easy to carry with you. Also for your keychain, I have, sorry, I was trying to charge it here. Also for your keychain, as small as this is, you charge it here, but as small as this little gadget is a flashlight. And it has up to, let's see here, 500
lumens. That's pretty bright. It's pretty bright for a small little
so
flashlight.
you just turn here and it gives you're at 200, but it's kind of bright. You turn it off, but you have different options here. You have at 1, you could put it at 15, 65, 200, and like it keeps on going up. And one of the things I don't know if you guys could see. One of the things that we always teach our girl, everybody in general, right, to the public, is to do that like scan, to park in a well lit area, to like be able to have like those lights, right? Cheapest method of crime prevention, we always say that is lighting. And having this little gadget like with your keychain is something that you could have to look a quick scan around your car, or like as you're approaching your car, to look like under and around. It's pretty bright for the size that it is. It's very compact. It's very, very small, again, very easy to carry, and it's very bright. Again, you do have to charge it, but with any battery, you also dependent on having the batteries or taking out the batteries. This one, just the same way you might charge like your phone, you could try to remember to plug this in, and then you just have a very bright, compact little flashlight here. You've seen my keys.
Yes.
Have a huge.
She looks like she's got them janitor keys. It's got like, I think she has all the keys that she's collected for the last 30 years. On there.
And I have like my tools there too. But hey, we talk about having different tools and different options, right?
Exactly.
And among the tools is information too, which is why we do what we do. So if we could give you ideas for like a tool that you feel comfortable with, that's the most important thing, right? Like something that you feel might work for you.
It may not be for everybody.
If
but
you're a runner and like you could carry like a little alarm system, like literally like this in your hand, and you take off running, and you feel that this would like help you like alert somebody in case you ever need help. Like it's whatever like you feel it's best for you, or that you feel that it will be fit within your lifestyle. What you
you talk personal safety. You have things like that make sounds. Some of the other stuff I see there, you have like little personal weapons, pepper spray.
So pepper spray is it's a iffy thing. I'm sorry, with me it is.
Yeah.
In my opinion. In my opinion, as effective as pepper spray is, I think you always have the risk of like, if the wind is shifting the wrong way, and I want to say the wrong way because it only takes that wind shift to like get the pepper spray like into your eyes. There's many tools out there. Please do your homework. That's all I'm gonna say. This one in particular, I got because it had really good reviews, and the stream of the spray is supposed to help avoid that. But with everything that we say, any weapons you bring to a fight could be used against you, right?
Exactly. So those are some pretty interesting personal safety things that you came across, some cool little gadgets for personal safety. If we can, I'd like to transition a little bit to in the home, because that's one of my things. I like talking about burglary prevention and a lot of stuff, and kind of keeping your home safe. You mentioned a little bit about lighting when we talked about earlier.
Yes.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves when I start talking. I always say lighting is the most overlooked thing and the most inexpensive item that you can probably do and apply when it comes to crime prevention and SEPTA and all that kind of stuff. I want to go. It's not really a new gadget, but it's probably one of the oldest things that we got out there that not a lot of people use as much nowadays. But a simple timer for a light. Okay, it's a cool little gadget. They're very inexpensive nowadays. I know a lot of people have transitioned to device apps on their phones and stuff like that. And again, you're susceptible to
the failure
of the technology and stuff like that.
Yes.
And I love technology. I'm a big proponent of technology. We're going to talk about some technology in a minute. But I'm also a little old school when it comes to some stuff. So always in my house, I always have at least one light that's on a timer, because you want to have that idea that where that timer is going to control that light, turning it on and off. Especially I set it so you never want to come home to a dark house. This is not just a vacation device; it's a device that you should be using every day.
And not only for the holidays.
Yeah,
believe it or not, around the holidays you see them popping up, like for like the lights for the Christmas to come on at this time, and then they put it away in the garage or somewhere.
This is something that you should have year round. It should be near with a light that's near your front door or whatever door you come in. If you come in through the garage, near your garage, if you can use the front door or a side door or something like that, you should always have something like this that'll turn on that light. And one of the things I like to tell people too is you gotta make sure you stay on top of it and adjust the times. Sometimes power outages, it may affect it. When we have daylight savings, you want to make sure you adjust it and stuff like that, because you want that light to be turning on when it's starting to get dark, and and you set it to turn itself off when you go to bed. But this is probably one of the easiest devices you have out there to control lighting.
And like you said, inexpensive.
Very inexpensive.
It's already gonna be working with the lighting you have at home.
You can find
these.
You
just literally have to plug it in.
You can find these in grocery stores now. You can find them
everywhere.
Any type of little convenience store, stuff like that. You can find them, and they're very inexpensive. A few bucks will get you a decent one that'll last. I think the last one I've had, I think I bought it maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and I haven't changed it since then. I think I change it every 5-6 years. I'll buy a new one just in case, but they last. The way they're done is great. And then talking about lighting, I'm a big proponent of LED lighting, because when we talk about crime prevention and lighting, we always want to have the best clear lighting, the best white lighting for color rendition and for visibility. And really, nothing's better than LED lighting. So we push it a lot. I push it a lot when I talk about crime prevention and stuff like that. And for the longest time, when LED first came out, a lot of people were skeptical to changing to it, because you had to change your fixtures. You had to go put in a whole new fixture, rewire the fixture, do all this stuff, and to get that lighting, that LED lighting you wanted. But nowadays, very inexpensive, very easy. Looks like a standard light bulb, but it's LED lighting. Okay, and what I've done in my house is I've changed most of them, but I don't want to throw away bulbs that are still good. Yeah. Obviously, you don't want to throw away money, but one of the things I've done is I buy packs of these, and I have them, and as a bulb burns out, I replace it with an LED bulb. And I can't remember the last time I changed a bulb, because I think I'd say probably about 90% of my house has LED bulbs now, and they last longer. You may pay a few extra pennies in the front end for it, but
they do last longer.
They last longer. The life you get out of it, the visibility that you get in the house, it's a lot brighter. I've noticed that sometimes you don't have to use as many lights to light up a room. You can use just one lamp, where maybe before you were using a couple lamps to give you light in a room. That one lamp now with an LED light will give you just as much. Sometimes my wife will yell at me and say, "You got too many lights on. It's like a stadium. Turn the lights down." But
I'm with her. This is a pop-out that you're gonna give me, like you do with my landscaping, and let's not get into that.
There you go. We'll talk about landscaping.
Let's not get into
we'll
that.
leave that for a future podcast.
But, my husband, he police officer. Right. Also had done the whole crime prevention thing when he was an NRU officer, and the whole septic thing himself. And so he was big into like changing all, and I was like, oh, but the yellow color is so much warm. It makes it look so homey. Like I feel like I'm in a hospital when you're changing all these lights, right? And I personally, but let me tell you.
But you know what? You know what you could do? I'm going to tell you what you do. They have LED light bulbs now that you can change the colors.
Color. Yes. Well, that's the one in my son's room, because he does change the color on it. But I do have to tell you, that's what I'm agreeing with you. I do have to tell you that instead of having like both light nightstands on in the bedroom, like that one light will like be like enough and not be so harsh. And I did notice, again, I was all about homey, cozy, yellow, whatever, me and my hippie lifestyle away from technology in a way. But when we did change it to that, hands down, we don't have to change the light bulbs as often.
Yeah, it's very rare.
It becomes something very economical. Like you think like the few dollar difference when it comes to buying it is worth it, because they do last longer. And the whole energy efficiency comes with that as well.
Not even just to get into that, but the energy efficiency, because the wattage that you're pushing out is different. You get a lot smaller wattage bulb, and it's going to give you much more light than 100-watt bulb, let's say.
And again, for cameras, even I know you're gonna go into that, but when you have that white light and you have cameras, the images become so much better. So I'm with you. It just took me a little while to get there, right?
You got you. I knew I was going to change you to that LED sooner or later.
But we're there.
We're there. We're there.
We got it. Not the landscaping, but we got it.
So since you're talking about cameras, let's talk about that. Everybody knows about, or we've seen for years, the standard camera systems, and having them multiple cameras around the house and stuff like that. And I'm not against that.
Yeah.
It's always anything you can put is always, I call it a deterrent. It's great to have. So if you got those, great. I'm not gonna talk down to you about that. But one of the things that we see nowadays and what we've come with technology is camera systems that what I say are like interactive, and they're more responsive in the sense of they are alerting you. Your standard camera system, you can spend your money and put 16 cameras around the house, and this is what I tell folks, yeah, it's great. You have a camera on every angle of your house, but all you're doing is documenting the crime. Mm-hmm. You're just going to come home, oh my God, somebody broke in. Let me go back and see what happened. And you get to watch the bad guy breaking into your house and do all that stuff.
Yes.
So what I like now, what I recommend now, a lot of stuff I put out is these interactive, like video doorbell cameras, different types of camera systems that are more alertive to you or to the consumer. So in other words, it detects motion, and instead of just recording it, it's going to advise you. Again, we're going back to our devices. Exactly. It's going to let you know on your device, hey, we have motion. There's motion in your driveway. There's motion at your front door. There's different things that'll let you know. And then actually, a lot of these devices nowadays will go ahead and let you have that two-way interaction through the camera.
As a parent. Sorry, I'm gonna go there.
Okay.
My boy, yours are older. My boy is still little. Now that I live in my home,
right,
alone, but how amazing it is to be able to interact with the person at the door. Exactly. Without your little kid like coming to the door
and
or
opening
like
the door,
opening door or saying something they shouldn't say when the parent, that adult, could be interacting with a person at the door. And Exactly. It's like if you're home without even being there. So I feel like even for parents, it offers us like additional layer of protection for like our young ones, our kids, that like they don't have to answer the door anymore, because we could do that for them.
You can do it from your phone.
And we could do it from the phone.
You can be inside the house. You can be away from the house. You're able to do it. So we have things like that, like the video doorbells. We've developed a good partnership. I know we're not speaking. There's many different ones out there, but we have developed a good partnership with Ring as far as providing these products for our community. When in need and when they're victims of crimes and stuff like that. But you have things like our video doorbells, like you said, that you can answer the door and stuff like that. Some of the other stuff that they've developed are, like I mentioned, are spotlight cams and floodlight cams that are actually, it is a light system and a camera built into one. So it detects motion, it'll turn on the light, and at the same time, it'll give you a video feed of what that motion is, and you're able to interact back and forth because it has that two-way microphone device. Some of the great things now with technology is, a lot of folks tell me, oh, well, I've always wanted to put a camera on my driveway, but I don't have the ability to run the electricity or the wiring for a camera. But now, what do they have? Of course, they've gone to the next level. They come up with solar panels that you can attach to it. So with 2 items here, you can pretty much power and work your system without having to have that electricity or that wiring there, and it's one less concern that you have.
And we have come a long way. Like if we go back to, because again, in crime prevention, we have always talked about all the different ways to deter, and cameras is something that we have always talked about. I know you have more experience than I do, which is why I wanted to bring you on. But I've been here for almost 20 years now, and it's security cameras is always that it's being talked about, right? But you're talking about the hard wiring that came with it and the prices. Not everybody could afford the prices.
It can get costly.
It could get costly. But what I like about these products, again, there are so many different companies like out there, it's that now you get that added layer of security at a more affordable cost, right? Because I remember even when my mom and I used to have like laundries and stuff like that. We had like to buy like security system, and it wasn't just the wire. It was like that security system was like very pricey, you know, and you had to take a big bite out of like your budget, right? And to see how far along we have come, and that now these systems are a little bit more affordable.
And what I like,
and easy to install. You don't have to be an electrician.
You don't. You can, anybody can do it. They're very simple. And the instructions are there. There's video tutorials. It's very simple. Another thing that's awesome about products like this is that it's an all-in-one system. Everything is there. You know, you go to one app and you have all your cameras are there, so you can look at all the different cameras. One of the other ones now I had just added this one to my house recently, and I really love this. This is what we call drop cams, or little cameras that you can mount a single camera on a wall or something like that. A stick-up cam is what they call them. I like to call them drop cams. In my house, this one's called the cat cam, because now when we have two little cats in our house, and when we go on vacation or we're out for an extended couple of days, we like to keep an eye and see what they're doing. So now when you look at my app, this is the cat cam, and I can put it like in an area where I know they frequent, or their little cat tree is, and their food and stuff like that, and we can keep an eye on them, and it lets us know, you can keep an eye, pop in and say, okay, I see them, they're fine, they're walking around, they haven't disappeared, they haven't run out and stuff like that. But these are great little devices, and we have it, and it's something that's neat is you can have it set up, you put it on when we go. A lot of people talk about, whoa, I don't want anything in my house, privacy, I don't want people to see me walking around in my underwear. You know what? You open it, you take the battery off, and it's no longer recording.
Turn it off.
It's a device that you just set it up when you're going to go on vacation or you're not going to be there, and it provides you that extra security inside your house. And again, two-way. So sometimes we get to talk to the cats.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, you talk to the cats, and you get the crazy face like, why is that little white thing talking to me, and why does it sound like my mom and dad? So, but they're great little devices, great things that you can use to promote safety and crime prevention, and it's like I said, that interactiveness that we have with these systems and stuff like that.
Now my husband is not gonna like you because I'm gonna want it, but the only difference is that I need 200 of them because I have a zoo at home, and this is where the problem lies.
And this so you can tell him, so you can check on him if he's doing the laundry, as he washes the dishes. God, we know what it is.
I could spy on my husband too.
Yes, you can spy.
I could tell him it's for the pets, but it's for him.
You're really looking at him. So
no, but I do like to. And again, also if you have somebody taking care of your kids like at home too,
it's a great like a nanny cam. A lot of people call it
like a little
nanny cam
and that
type
give
thing.
you that peace of mind. I think that again we have come a long way with technology, and it's more accessible to everyone.
Let's go. You know what? I wanted to do something before we go to some of our other products. I'm going to do something here special since this is our kickoff for 2023. And as long as you guys don't tell my boss, all right?
What way did we discuss?
She gave me the go-ahead. No. What we're going to do is, if you stay with us to the end, I'm going to give you some instructions on how to get yourself a free video doorbell. We're going to raffle one off. I'll give you the who, what, when at the end of our podcast. And one of you lucky viewers out there will be getting one of our free video doorbells.
I guess I'm supposed to go like this.
Give it a thumbs up. See, I knew she would go for it because she's all about providing for the community and stuff like that. Other quick little gadgets I have. I came across this since we were talking about lighting and security inside the house. Just little things, quick little quirky gadgets that we have. And this is called the Fake TV. And it's a little device that you can plug in if you don't want to have your regular TV on all the time. If you're on vacation, you can put it on a timer. And what this does is when this turns on, it has multicolored LED lights that flash at different locations, different colors and stuff like that. And it simulates what it looks like if you were watching TV in your house. And if a bad guy walks by the house, it looks like somebody's inside the house watching TV. So, it changes. Have you ever walked up to your house at night and your family's inside and they're watching TV? You can see the different colors,
Yes.
like the transition in the screens. So this thing simulates it, and you're not having to burn out your TV or the pixels on your TV and stuff like that. And it does it just with some little LED lights. Again, LED, so it's very energy efficient, and it'll last you a long time.
And I love that you say you could plug it into the
And you
timer
plug it
as
into the
well.
timer. Yeah, you plug it in.
Love
So
it.
within a few bucks right here, you can save yourself that $1,000 LCD TV, and you can make yourself a fake TV for crime prevention for less than $10 here.
That's
So
awesome.
it's pretty cool.
And again,
gadget,
very
stuff like that.
affordable.
Very
I
affordable.
love that.
Some of the other things I just wanted to share as far as some home security before we go to some of the other products you have there. We talk about, and when we talk crime prevention, is I know these are one of your favorites. She always loves this. And when I brought it out, I said, I'm going to talk about our slide locks. Oh my God, those are my favorite. And this is probably one of the most inexpensive ways to secure your windows and your sliding glass doors. And they're simple. They're just called slide locks. And what you want to do is these are little devices that you put on the tracks of either the window or on the track of your sliding glass door. They have all different types of devices. There's some that have keys. I don't push too much for the key ones because in safety, if there's a fire or you need to get out of the house quickly and you can't find the key,
Yes.
then there's a problem. Some folks like the key because of the kids. But if you put these on just right, these other ones just right, your kids are not going to open it. Or if you put them at a level, a height level,
Higher
stuff like that, you'll be fine. But these are great. These little packs, they're only a couple bucks, and you get 2 to 3 in each package. They have different sizes, like I said, for a little wider for sliding glass doors, and some for the windows. And like I said, the concept is so basic, but the difference it makes. You can put them on your windows. It interrupts that track and it keeps those windows from going. It won't go anywhere.
It would not go anywhere, which is why I like this so much. Again, talk about something affordable.
Very easy.
What did I tell you? Like when you brought it out, I'm like, oh, I love
it.
those, and I still have like some at home, because now it didn't fit the impact windows. So it does. At least mine. It did not fit my impact windows. Disclaimer, at least the ones that I put at home. But prior to that,
there's so many different ones you probably just gotta look for.
I had them, and I still have them. I don't know why I kept them, but I put it in a little clear shoebox, and I threw all of them there because I had it in all the doors. But again, talk about something that's very, very effective. I did use them.
These are great too. I don't know if you've ever used
anybody
them.
could install it. As long as you could screw something, it's on.
These are really good too. I get this a lot with folks that tell me, well, I don't like to put locks on my window because every now and then I like to open them to get fresh air. Well, you know what? These are great because what you can do is you can set them at a level where you still have the window open. You can open the window, have it at that level to get that fresh air, but it won't go further so that someone can't open it all the way and try to crawl through. So these are great for that. If you like
my
that,
level was something about yay big because I felt like no one could get in it, but it still had that breeze.
You still get that little air through there. So these are great little devices for something like that. It's a great crime prevention tool.
And again, in case of an emergency, in case of a fire, you just unscrew.
You unscrew them, take them off.
And
your window
it's not
opens.
a lot of screwing that you have to do, Fox. It's really a few times you turn it and it's off.
Awesome. Yeah, no, for sure. Some of these little things that we have, at least for the home, it's pretty cool. I did want to see, you had some other gadgets there that I wanted you to talk about, some little gizmos. Some are really, really cool that I like for when you're out and about in your car, for car safety.
So, yes. And it's just this 3 over here. But super cool. Everybody's familiar with devices to cut the seatbelt and also to punch in case you end up in the water.
South Florida, we have canals everywhere.
So many canals.
You watch the news, you see how many cars end up in canals. It's incredible.
People are getting to know a lot. People are getting to know a lot about me. I'm organized sometimes. The cool thing about this is at least that I like. They come in bright colors, they have that neon green or this bright orange, which is easy to spot, easy to use. They have the shape here for your fingers. Again, you cut the seatbelt here, you punch the window again to the corner of the window. At least that's where the instructions that even you have given me in the past. But the cool one about this, and again, it's what works for you guys. The reason why I like this one in particular is because you could put it literally
on your visor
of the car.
That's pretty cool. And it's always there.
And it comes with, Velcro if you needed to make it like bigger or smaller. You put it in the visor of the car, and then it's just always there. You don't have to search around for it or look for it in
That's exactly what I was going to say.
In your center console, or like before this when I had it in the door, like in my car of the door, but then I have 2,000 straws in there and like napkins. I'm sorry, I'm being honest.
Yeah, it rolls.
You're gonna get honest with me.
But you know what? It's 100% because
to where I don't have to dig around, and then it just sits there like in my visor, and it's just a little, and you get it out and you use it. It is a hard cover, little
protects
case
the metal
to
part.
protect the metal part. Inexpensive as well. But that's the only reason why I wanted to share this with you guys, because
I really like that because, like I said, I have something like that, but like you, I have it. There's one of my cars. It's in the door pocket. Another one of my cars. It's in the glove compartment. And then, of course, you go in the glove compartment. You got to dig through 10, 15 different things to try to get to it all the way in the bottom of because it works its way all the way to the bottom of the glove compartment. Yes. And so, if your car is sinking in the canal, the last thing you want to do is
be searching
all around for that. So that's great. And you know what? I love that you brought that. I'm going to thank you now because my son just is going to start driving now. He just got his license, and I am definitely going to get one of those and put it in his car so that he has it there and I don't have to worry,
Yes,
God forbid,
I'm
knock on wood,
you,
anything ever
the
happens,
center console
it's right
of my car or my or my doors are always with little bits of other items, but this one, like I said, you just sit right there.
Yeah, and it's out of place. It's small, it's out of place, it's not something
it's not in the way,
overbearing.
But also easy to reach for. Again, in case of an emergency, you want to be looking for, you want to be able to act right away.
Very good.
Also, did I have a thing for orange? No?
It's the color, orange is the color of the day, I guess.
No.
So.
But also, things happen when we have a car, a flat tire, whatever, and while we're waiting for any roadside assistance services that sometimes you even get through your car insurance. So sometimes they offer those services if you add it to, or individual companies. It doesn't matter. Again, not endorsing anything. This doesn't have a brand anywhere. I really like these. Again, they're chargeable. That's one thing that you have to remember, but the same thing goes if you had to put a battery on it. These are great if you have a flat tire or any car malfunction. You could also hang it, but these have a magnet here, and it attaches to the car.
Okay.
You could put it in the hood of your car, or on the side, or even in the front of the car, or even in the top. It doesn't matter, and it has very different functions to it of lights.
LED again. I always push LED lighting.
And then as you keep pushing the power button, and you keep changing. Again, if it's dark at night, like you want your car to be seen, you don't want anybody crashing into your car. Many things we could talk about that, like whether you should be waiting outside the car or not, but we're not going to get into that today. But again, it has different modes, so you see, like very visible, very bright. And they come, this is the last one, but this I guess you could use as a flashlight maybe if you put it on the hood of your car and you're trying to fix something, or like check fluids or check the battery. It's kind of like it becomes like a little flashlight. Again, they're all charged. They come in packs of 3 and 6, you name it. But I'm always preparing for the worst. And
let me tell you where that's near. I came across that this morning. I will tell you right now, I was driving to work this morning bright and early before the sun came up, and I'm going down the road, and when you have that, what is that up there on the road? And as I got closer, I'm like, oh my God, I'm glad I slowed down because there was an accident. They were in the middle of the intersection. It was a dark intersection, but neither one of them had lights on. So if you're driving along and not paying attention, guess what? I would have been the third car in the accident, and or
Absolutely,
making
and
something
so
worse.
you come
need
from
the
law
lights.
enforcement too, and I
Yep.
know that you guys often, if you saw like an accident, you would set up flares
Yep.
for, to have that visibility.
Yeah, I would always stop and
And
even
my
if you're
husband
okay, I'm
did
like,
too.
I always
That's
have
okay.
flares.
Like
Hey, let me
here's some flares, and
set
you
up
would
some
like
flares,
set
yeah.
up like for them to increase that visibility. Only that this, are now like you just rechargeable, and you could just have it in your car. They're not big. They're super compact.
This
This
fits in
has
a little.
3 here. And it would increase your visibility to
Yeah, and
avoid
that's
anybody
perfect.
crashing into you.
That's
as
something
well.
small you can put in the trunk of your car there, and it's not going to take up any space. And the difference that you're going to make with those type of lights, you saw how bright it is, and in the dark, that's going to be especially some of those
Yes.
cycles it was going. That's really going to call your attention. So that's an awesome little product.
Absolutely.
I really
Like I
that.
said, while you get that help or that roadside assistant or whatever, like you have that visibility again, not only for your safety, but for those driving around you, which
I'm going to have to get
really
some of
like.
your Amazon links when we're done here today.
Oh boy. Are you sure
Really
you want
like
to do that?
I don't know.
And lastly, before we go to another product that I strongly believe in and that we actually had in the organization before, again, the Mommy in Me. These are simple, very great. You put it over your seatbelt, and what it's gonna avoid is your kid like trying to play with the seatbelt and trying to like unbuckle it. However, when the parent comes from the side, you're able to unbuckle. So if you have that toddler that's already transitioning into that little booster seat, and all of a sudden, kids loving to press like buttons, all of a sudden there's like a red button that they could like wanna like press. This is great for that. Again, super inexpensive, very, very cheap.
Or especially they want to
anything.
talk to you and they don't think, hey, you can still stay in your booster and ask me a question. No, they got to
Yeah,
unbuckle
and, like, go
and come
to
right
you.
up into your ear to ask you a question. No,
So-
this keeps them in their
So
seat.
yeah, this is great. The instructions are like in the back, but it's just literally a plastic that could save your kid's life. Like you never know what's gonna happen
Awesome.
or like when. But again, I just wanted to bring something that it's affordable and kind of but again, what will work for you.
You gotta see
feel
what works.
comfortable
Exactly.
with. But again, I know that you guys, and I see it all the time, and that's why I love not just NDPD, but like officers. So you're always trying to help with the flares and stuff like that. But in case there's not that officer around, you have something that's very bright and increases your
Especially if
visibility.
you're traveling. That let me tell you, and I really am going to invest in, and I'm really going to look into getting one of those because that's something great. My son's starting to drive, so that's something I'm going to want to throw in the trunk of his car because you never know. I mean, I don't see him taking any long trips, but even if we're traveling and we're going on vacation somewhere, it's great to have because sometimes you can hit these small back roads and you're driving, and it could be an hour, 2 hours before you see somebody come by. So it's great to have.
And I
those
still have
little
flares in the car. I still have, that old habit.
You have that backup. You always
The backup of,
listen. We talk about
of
technology,
my husband,
but
like, what
every now and
about if you didn't charge it? What about if it's dead? Like,
it looked like that they charge. It's probably the adapter you can use in the car. It's a USB
yeah,
type of
literally.
so you
shake
can
it in
you
the
can
car.
literally charge it in your
I'm
car.
sorry
if
that
you
I
had
didn't
to.
show, but yeah, it's literally like
Yeah, so
a
you can
USB
use
cable.
it. Most vehicles nowadays, I'd say any newer vehicle now has a USB port, so it's something that you can use.
Absolutely.
And you can charge them in your car if
while
need
you're
be.
going somewhere. Yes.
Very good.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right, so lastly, I guess we want to transition back to a little bit in our homes when we talk about prevention and safety and burglary prevention, stuff like that. And I wanted to talk a little bit about property ID, what we used to call Operation ID back in the day, back when I was on, and dinosaurs. I used to ride dinosaurs to work.
Hey, don't say that because we work with them too, and I'm not that
Oh
old.
boy,
I'm
but
29.
there you go. Yeah, I would say that they over 25.
Okay.
But back in the day, we used to recommend that if you ever heard of it, engraving your products, using what we call engraver, engrave your information in there. Never put your social security number, we tell that. Never write your social security number. That was something back in the day that we used to use until identity thieves figured it out and say, hey, I can steal somebody's VCR and I have now their social security number. But I just dated myself with VCR. Look at that. I just gave away my age, right? But
I had them too.
there you go. But we've transitioned from those types of products. Some of the stuff that we have now are things like these pens, these invisible ink pens that you can write your name, write your contact information on the product, and it's picked up through visible, like a blue light, black light type thing. It's only picked up through that. There's other items, and I'm sorry I couldn't find it. I had it, and it's one I think I lost it in my transition from my police world to here. Was the little microdot systems, and it's like these little. It almost looks like a bottle of nail polish, but when you paint, and the same thing, it comes with a little brush, and you paint it on there. And when you paint it onto the product, it sticks onto to your items or your TV or whatever it is you're marking. And inside it has these little microscopic dots that have serial numbers on it. And those serial numbers they're particular to you. So when you order them, let's say you get the bottle that has serial numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's to you. That's yours. So when you call this company and say, hey, I found this item, this camera, and it has microdots on it, and it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and who's it belong? Oh, that belongs to Joe Bermudez, and here's his contact info. So things like that, it's great little tools. There's another company that's come about in about the last year that kind of revitalized the Operation ID program and kind of took it to the next level. I think they're pretty good. We've had them at my crime prevention conference.
Yeah.
He's come out. And it's a product that you kind of order, and it's the same idea of the microdot system. Like you get assigned serial numbers, and they'll send you all these stickers. You have serial numbered stickers, different sizes for larger products, smaller products that you can kind of hide inconspicuously on the item. If like put it on the back of a laptop, put it on the back of an iPad or something like that. And then the cool thing is about these numbers are when you get it, you set up a profile online. You go in there, your number's already set to you, and you register your products. And you're kind of keeping a personal log of your expensive items, So then,
which is also an inventory, which we tell everybody to have an inventory of
great,
all those things. Now you have it at your fingertips.
And I never want to wish burglary on anybody. But if you're burglarized and they say what was stolen, here's what was stolen. Oh, what's the serial number on that?
I don't know. I better go, and I know it's a Sony something.
Exactly. But if you take a couple minutes when you get this packet, you buy them. You can buy them in different things. You go in there, you log, and it tells you, okay, product. Like here, the numbers they gave me, 0000 and you go into the log. You put it in. What is it? It's
your laptop.
Dell laptop. And here's the serial number.
Exactly.
Okay, and then if the police ever find it, they see it, they call, they can contact the company, and the company will then contact you and say, hey, so-and-so police department found your laptop, and here's where it's at, so that you can recover it. So it's a great way to track your personal items.
And what I love about that, I had him here also, thanks to you, to speak to our officers and stuff like that, and hopefully maybe one day we could have him.
I'll definitely reach right back out to him.
But what I like is that now you have an electronic inventory at your fingertips, already done. That again, when we were using these markers back in the day, we told you make an inventory. At that time, it was written you had to write it.
That extra step of having to do your inventory is done for you.
The cool thing, again, not to go back in time, but the cool thing about this is that if that person that's selling your items doesn't have a blue light to be checking everything, they didn't know that your products were marked. That's the only thing that I liked about that. But then it was informing law enforcement to be looking with a black light to see if anything had, which that the newer version,
it's right there. You see it. You see the sticker. You know it's registered somewhere.
Exactly. Right. Which it's and it makes the process a lot faster for everybody.
Now, I'm going to tell you, if you have the opportunity, I always talk about it. We talk about different layers. Different layers. Anything you do is an extra. So if you can mark it with something that's invisible, like the pen or the microdot system, and put the recovery sticker on and stuff like that, it's all enhances the possibility of getting more layers of protection, and enhances the opportunities of you getting your property back when it's taken and stolen from you. So, so that's all the stuff I brought. I think we got all the stuff you brought. we definitely, I think this was fun. I love this, and I know that my shopper here and I do it as well. We come across stuff all the time, so I think we'll probably have a crime prevention gizmos and gadgets part 2 sometime in the future.
Sure.
When we come across
If we
stuff.
do run into different products, like again that we in the field of crime prevention feel that it's beneficial to to bring to the public, why not? I do love that a long time ago, between Miami-Dade Police Department and our organization, they were kind enough to partner with us to be able to bring to the community much needed technology.
Right.
And it's a program that we have. We talk about it another time. I think we have mentioned it in the past. I do want to thank you. I thought you surprised me that you're giving a camera away.
We're giving one away. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna share how we're gonna do it right now before we close off and we say goodbye. So here's what I want you guys to do. This video, this right here. Let me do my little Vanna White, my little Price is Right. That's what we used to do. The Price is Right, where they do the little product demo. But this video doorbell here, I will hold it for you for our winner. What I want you guys to do is, we want you to go on our YouTube, go on our social media pages, give us a like, give us a follow, and if you send us a DM, for those that are not with it, hip nowadays, that's a direct message on our messaging systems, and if you DM us Crime Watch, we'll go ahead and put your name into the mix. And at the end of the month, we'll do a drawing, and we will contact you if you're the winner, and we will send you a free video doorbell just for you, free of charge.
And again, anybody could do it. My mom installed like hers when
Simple.
I got it for her. All you need is Wi-Fi for you guys. It's very simple to use. But thank you for that, because again, it's a way to give back to the community.
Yeah, we love it. So, but thank you. Like I said, I enjoyed this. It was fun. Thank you for taking the time to sit with me today and share all the little fun stuff that you bought. I hope that we educate you guys on some things that you may have not known about, or maybe found some stuff. I'm sorry for those of you that are going to be spending money now buying these little gizmos and gadgets, but I think all the stuff that we talked about and we put out here today is things that's going to make things safer for you and help prevent crime in your neck of the woods. So with that, we look forward to future podcasts. We'll see you soon. And remember, crime prevention starts with you.
Thank you.